Hey, what's up, guys? Stock Catcher here. Hope everybody had a great day today. Today reminded me of the pandemic days. Remember when plays were just ripping face, several dollars over and over and over all day. This was basically what I called, and some other people called it, the crack market, right? This was easy mode, where you would buy stock, let's say at $3, and then it just goes to four, five, six, seven, eight, on and on. And this is really good for traders, and not just day traders, but swing traders as well, because when you see price action like this, that means that the stock's in a really strong trend with high volume. So it's much easier to trade, as well as it's more forgiving, right? For example, let's say stock goes from 3 to max 350. Then if you mess up, if you make a mistake, it's really hard to recover, right? It's really hard to trade really nice. But if a stock goes from 3 to 10, then even if you make a couple mistakes, you could still do great. So today I'm gonna be doing the recap as usual on the stocks that ran today, right? This was just one day today as usual. Look at these day trades, guys. And again, every day I say these recaps not to brag, because I don't really get anything from quote unquote bragging, right? It's more so just to inspire and motivate people. Because when I was starting out trading many years ago, when I used to see these type of runs a long time ago, it was really like inspiring, seeing, wow, if stocks can move this much, and this is real. You could look up the price action and the prices that these stocks made. This is real, where these stocks made these moves. I was thinking like, wow, maybe I could also capitalize on trading. So today, STI, this one went from 10 to 2770. That's just insane. ELBM 3 to 870. GWH, this one was from Friday. This was a multi-day setup. I said on the live stream that this was a multi-candidate. It went to almost $14. NDRA, this was a pre-market play. This was one of my plays I liked in the pre-market. It went from 9 to almost 15. And BLBX, this one I mentioned, that dip area, right? The dip hold, and then it went from 871 to almost $14. And BGMS, this one I mentioned it halted up, and then it pretty much continued, and then it made a nice pop. 720. XCH 115 to 250. This is a really big move. This one, XCH, I did not expect it to make that move, because it was kind of more, the volume wasn't really that strong when it was breaking out in the beginning. GWAF, this one just ended up exploding after hours to 13. And there was a lot of swing traded days that ended up just popping off as well. For example, CRML, this was one of the biggest monsters today. CRML ran to almost, what was it? CRML went to almost $30. I'm just double checking. Right, yeah, ran to almost $30. I started mentioning this around 798. And WWR, this was a massive winner as well. TVRD, this was a cap bounce type of setup. VSIC, this one was a pre-market play. This one I personally didn't trade it, but I saw several people on my live stream that mentioned it, and they traded it. It was very good. ABAT, this one was a very clean play. I started mentioning it around 350, I believe, $4. You could check my old videos. And then I mentioned it again, 5 to 10, 18. TMC, I started making videos around 450. It went to 1135 today. Wow. TMC is just a monster. NAC, from $1 to almost $3. BBAI, almost double up, 5 to almost 920. So yeah, guys, wow, this was just one day today. And again, this is just inspiring, guys, seeing this type of price action. Again, it really reminds me of the good old days back during the time period when these stocks used to run multiple dollars, like $5 in one day, rather than, like 50 cents, or that's the max, you know what I'm saying? So as you see here, a lot of people are just doing great. And, that's why I do these videos and make these posts, right? Just trying to help people, share my opinions. And yeah, every day I get these. So first stock for the video, guys, you have to keep a watch on TMQ, Trilogy Metal. This one I talked about, I believe, at around $5. This was several days ago. And then right now, if you look at TMQ, it's actually consolidating really nicely. This could easily be a multi-day setup, especially with how hot this theme has been going. If you go to TMQ's extended time frame, this is a consolidation pattern. So recently, the U.S. federal government announced it will take a 10% stake in TMQ to accelerate permitting for infrastructure to unlock its mining prospect. This was with presidential approval and executive order, over $35 million investment. So this is not just some random pop and drop. This is actual backing behind it. So I'm gonna be watching TMQ. Next one, Fury Gold Mine. The reason I'm mentioning this stock is I don't really see anybody talking about this stock. So basically, Fury holds significant gold exploration projects in Canada. And these asset position Fury Gold Mine is in, the location is actually nice because within the gold mining industry, when you're talking about the general area, right? So Fury stock, ideally the stock, looking at the chart, is definitely an uptrend. For these penny stocks, you always have to watch that $1 resistance level. It's just a psychological level that you have to always remember. So once that breaks, like NAC, this could make a nice move up. I'm definitely going to be watching this one because I don't see anybody talking about this. Next one is Lithium America. So LAC, this one I talked about many times as well. LAC, the thing with this stock, again, this has backing behind it. This is not another one of those just sympathy plays where the stock just pops and drops for no reason. Like, those plays that have theme and then they just pop one time and then they're done. No, this one actually has also fundamental and also technical backing behind it. If you go to LAC's extended time frame, this is a very nice consolidation, and I'm gonna be watching this one going forward. Next one, this one is not really a theme play, but this is definitely potential. STFS, this one, Star Fashion. This is a penny. It's a micro penny, right? And micro pennies have been really hot this past couple weeks. This stock has a long time to regain compliance, until April 2026. This stock usually also has very nice consolidation on the daily chart and also has a technical gap to fill. If you look at STFS chart, this is a really nice technical setup as well. Not just talking about the micro theme, right? So next stock is XPON. XPON I talked about today on Twitter and StockTwits, right? As well as I told people that this was a swing trade idea. I think it was around 149 I mentioned it, and then it ended up ripping face to, let me check, this went to 188. That's a pretty nice move, but I still think that there's definitely more gas in the tank, because 149 to 188 is definitely a nice move, but this could see easily 2+ in my opinion, given the circumstance and the hot theme right now. So XPON, you definitely should also do more research on it, not just the technical reason, but also the fact that XPON specializes in lithium iron, and this is also a battery play as well, right? And the stock has also been expanding, and also notable partnerships. So XPON, this one is a definite swing trade idea as well. I'm going to be monitoring this price action and keeping you guys updated as well, because this stock kind of reminds me of WWR. I mentioned that stock around $1.50, around the same price, and ended up ripping face, going vertical for many days. So I'll keep a watch on XPON. So next stock is LitM. This one has been forming a multi-day type of setup, and I really like how the volume has been increasing lately for LitM. For this one, again, same situation as XPON. I don't think that this run that I had today, despite that it was really nice price action, I don't think this is the whole move. Hope people understand what I'm saying, right? So for example, XPON today, it made a nice pop, same with LitM, but I don't think that it's gonna pretty much go back all the way down to 4, right? So we really want to see if the multi-day setup holds. I'm gonna give the technical level that I'm looking at for LitM would be 625 level, and currently as I'm making this video, it's right at the level, which is a very important psychological level, so not just technical, right? So 625 and then over 625, then it definitely has room back up to 670 as well as 7, right? So that was the lit M, and next one is ATLX. This one, Atlas Lithium Corporation. You have to keep an eye on this one because Atlas Lithium is a mineral exploration and development company focused on lithium and other battery critical mineral. So this company actually holds mineral rights for rare earth, copper, graphite, nickel, iron, gold. This one, again, I don't see a lot of people talking about ATLX, just like the stock I mentioned earlier. And I'm saying this because in the previous video I talked about NAMM. You could check the previous video I talked about that one, Namib Minerals. And then it ended up just ripping face today to almost $5. And when I made the video, it was close to $3. So these low-key plays, they don't have a lot of volume. But once people start to find out, then they could make some nice moves, right? So ATLX, I'm gonna again be watching the stock very closely in the coming sessions, right? So next one is FMST. This one, another example of a stock that is in a really nice sector and is forming a technical multi-day consolidation type of pattern. So FMST, Foremost Clean Energy, this company is in the exploration development stage, focusing on uranium and the lithium asset. And this is really important because this is especially focuses in North America. And recently, it has emphasized drilling program and exploration update, right? The Diamond Drill program at Murphy Lake South to advance its uranium prospect. So FMST, same situation as the stock I mentioned earlier. Xpon, Lit M, LAC. These stocks have a good amount of volume and then they're consolidating pretty much. So what we really have to see tomorrow, not just tomorrow, but the coming weeks, right? Because remember, CRML was not a one-day thing. It wasn't a pop and drop. Same thing with TMC. Same thing with WWR. These stocks have fundamental as well as sector play, right? So it's not just for example, let's say tomorrow some of these stocks go red. That doesn't mean they're done, right? So you really want to see them setting up for the future. So for this stock, FMST, I'm going to be watching the support levels as well as updating you guys as well on Twitter and stock tweets. So there's only like two stocks left. So next one, this one is not a stock that fits the sector, but I have to mention it because this has really interesting potential. ACTU, this one therapeutic bio company. Actually, this stock is dealing with the pancreatic cancer. And when we're talking about pancreatic cancer, it's usually very hard to fix. It's very hard to treat with very few effective therapy. So if this shows strong efficacy, the upside could be very large. The reason I'm mentioning this is because when it comes to these rare, very hard to treat bio diseases, right? Remember SPRB, that stock? I mentioned it right when the news came out. This was around $13, and then it ended up just ripping, going parabolic, ran almost 2,700%. So that's the thing with these biotech is that yes, there is a chance for dilution, or there's a chance that the biotechs could not really meet their goals in terms of their pipeline, but you really want to pay attention to these type of sectors. I said in the past, right, for biotech, you always have to remember it's cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, obesity, and there's many more, but those 5 are the biggest news when it comes to these bio stocks. I notice a lot in not just the morning time, but also the after hours. I see a lot of these companies dropping positive data or news in regards to these phase trials, right? So for ACTU, again, this is not a stock that fits the sector right now, but we always want to remember that one sector is not the whole year, right? Hope people understand what I'm saying. We always have to keep an eye on every single basket for potential opportunity. So the last stock for the video is BGL, this one, Blue Gold. Blue Gold is a gold mining company that acquires, develop, finance, license, and operate gold mines. So this is another one of those high insider ownership companies, actually over 32%. Which is nice insider ownership. Usually when it comes to small caps, the stocks we like to trade, higher insider ownership is generally a very good thing, as well as institutional ownership. So BGL insider ownership is over 32%. This stock, also, if you look at the price action on left, it has a really nice range. This was one of a former black swan. If you don't know what that means, that's when a stock makes a drastic parabolic move that most people got surprised by, right? So BGL goes from $4 almost to almost $200. You could check the chart right now. 4 to almost 200. And right now, BGL is sitting at, let me double check, this stock is at $10 right now. It's around $10, and this almost ran to 200. This was just about 2-3 months ago. So I'm going to be watching this stock. Usually the price action on this one is kind of choppy. I don't really notice big breakouts on here, but I'm going to be monitoring this one, especially considering today all these, plays in the similar basket were just ripping. So I hope everybody doing great. I'm going to see you guys in the live stream tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.